Hello. Today I'm going to present the nursing theorist Margaret Newman and her theory on health as expanding consciousness. The presentation will contain Margaret Newman's background and credentials, the theoretical origins and major concepts for her nursing theory, empirical evidence and major assumptions in nursing, general theoretical assertions related to nursing health, the person, and the environment, and then theory application within the nursing practice. Margaret Newman was born in October of 1933 in Memphis, Tennessee. She earned her first bachelor's degree from Baylor University in home economics and English. Her second bachelor's degree was earned from the University of Tennessee, and that was in nursing. Margaret graduated with a master's degree in medical surgical nursing from the University of California and eventually obtained her PhD in 1971 from New York University. She also served in many academic positions during her years of nursing. This included professor of nursing at the University of Tennessee, University of New York, Pennsylvania State University, and the University of Minnesota. She was also the director of nursing for Clinical Research Center at University of Tennessee and acting director of the PhD program in the Division of Nursing at New York University. And then she was in charge of the graduate program in research and nursing at Pennsylvania State University. Newman's awards, works, and research include she was recognized by the American Academy of Nursing in 1976. She earned the Outstanding Alumnus Award from the University of Tennessee in 1975, Distinguished Alumnus Award from New York University in 1984, and then also was recognized in the American Journey of Nursing Scholar in 1979. Newman was also mentioned in various other journals and articles. This includes the Who's Who in America, or Who's Who in American Women, Who's Who in America, and Who's Who in American Nursing. She first presented her ideas on her nursing theory in 1978 at a nursing conference in New York. Her presentation was based on her research at that time, which was the relationship of movement, time, and consciousness, and development of health as an expanding consciousness. Newman's other published books on nursing theory and her theory in general include Margaret Newman, Theory Development in Nursing, Health as an Expanding Consciousness, a Developing Discipline, selected works by Margaret Newman, and Transforming Presence, the difference that nursing makes. In 2011, there was an article published in the Nursing Science Quarterly honoring Newman's accomplishments and her works. Theoretical sources for Newman's theory include her personal experiences while she cared for her mother who had ALS. She was also influenced by Martha Rogers, her theory of science of unitary human beings, also George Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel's fusion of opposites, and Bentov's explanation of life as an expanding consciousness. Her hypothesis that disease is a manifestation of the pattern of health supports her theory. That health can manifest itself in an underlying and unseen pattern within movement, space, time, and consciousness. Newman claims that while her theory was influenced by some other theorists, it was enriched by their theories, not based on their ideas. Newman's personal experience, specifically watching her mother struggle with ALS, is where her idea for her theory came from. She believed that illness reflected life patterns and that each person had to recognize this to accept their disease, and this was different for each person. Her theory also tried to help make a connection for disturbing life experiences with a logical explanation. So, you have someone dealing with unfavorable symptoms of their disease, they're losing their independence. In order for them to kind of accept that they've lost their faculties, she believed that you needed to make connections with a logical explanation. She also started the development of disease and non-disease health as recognition of structuring the total person. Newman believed that nursing research was imperative to theory development, and in order for something to be considered research, she stated that it had to have purpose, explicit testing, and then re-examining of the findings that you found. She ultimately believed that health was an individual process, and to understand this, you would compare similarities and changes in personal meaning and individual patterns. Major assumptions in Newman's theory for nursing. Newman's theory emphasizes the relationship between the nurse and the patient as the primary focus of nursing. Through conversation, the nurse and the patient can relate to one another through patterns and can find meaning to their lives. Newman theorizes that as nurses, we facilitate pattern recognition when we care for people during critical times of their lives, and we are able to connect with them authentically and genuinely. Newman also emphasizes this process as knowing caring through pattern recognition. The nurse collaborates with the patient during critical times and participates with them throughout their expanding consciousness. We even continue this process through times of chaos and unknowns as we care for our patient. Major assumptions for person, client, patient, person, and individual, and human beings are interchangeable terms in Newman's theory. Her definition of persons also include family and community. So Newman had a holistic view for the person in her theory. The patient is the participant in the transformation process. As we know, Newman seen nursing theory as research, so her theories contained characteristics of research. Through personal pattern identification, clients or patients achieve a center of consciousness within an overall pattern of expanding consciousness. Major assumptions in Newman's theory related to the environment. Within Newman's theory, environment is defined as the larger whole. It contains the consciousness of the person, how the person interacts within the pattern of family and community. Newman's assumptions about the environment can be translated into meaning that she believed that personal consciousness and environmental consciousness are one and the same, but at different levels of meaning for each person. Newman also believed that consciousness is coextensive in the universe and resides in all matter. The interaction between person and environment is a critical component in the client reaching their higher level of consciousness. Major assumptions in health. Newman's theory of health as an expanding consciousness takes disease and non-disease elements to create her definition of health. This combination of health as a pattern of a whole. She believed that wholeness cannot be gained or lost, and getting sick doesn't diminish your wholeness, it just transforms. She believed that manifest health is a compilation of disease and non-disease and could be explained this could be explained as the foundation of the person-environment pattern. She believed that this was a transformative process and all-inclusive to achieve complete consciousness. Theoretical assertions for Newman's theory. She focuses on time, movement, space, and consciousness. She describes the relationship of time, movement, and space and consciousness as having a complementary relationship on different levels. Movement is, Newman describes movement as when space and time collide. As humans, we are in a constant state of motion and growth. We grow mentally, physically, and emotionally from cells being created and divided to simple things as your hair and nails growing, to growing individually, internally, doing self-reflection, or growing your spirituality. Movement brings change and enables an individual to experience the world. Effective delivery techniques and applications in nursing practice. So Newman's theory was definitely a holistic approach. So as a nurse, you can provide holistic nursing care and holistic assessments, see the patient as a whole, mind, body, and spirit, and care for them in these ways. This encourages open and honest communication between you and your patient. Active listening. Nurses should practice their active listening skills to connect with their patient. This shows you have empathy and understanding to your patient. You are going beyond their words and really understanding and feeling what they are saying. Collaborative care. We want to empower our patients, involving them in their plan of care and setting their own goals is one way we can do this. It empowers them to take control of their own health care by being an active participant in their healing process. Encouraging growth and transformation of our patients. We want to encourage our patients to see their situation as an opportunity for growth and change instead of a barrier. Patients go through life-changing events every day. Being an active participant in their care promotes healing, emotional and intellectual growth, and builds resilience for our patients. Here are the references for my presentation, and I hope you have enjoyed the information I gave. Thank you.